Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on 3 trailers with soundtracks that don't seem to go. The first one is called All Her Fault. It's kind of a detective show. Then there's Self Help, a horror thriller. And then there's I Love LA, which I think might be a comedy series. It's kind of hard to tell. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 18. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I think this one is a mini series about a woman who her child disappears. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, All Her Fault. I think this is a mini series. Yeah, 8 episodes. And her child disappears, but then it becomes a mystery. Almost like a murder mystery. And the detective has to figure out, because the people involved are killing each other, where's the kid? Do they find the kid early and that becomes no longer a factor? It feels like they don't find the kid, and then the characters kind of forget about him and then are too busy blaming each other for various things to care about him. That sounds pretty rough. I mean, if you're the kid. But it's definitely a whodunit. Is that her with the kid? She finally get him back. Dakota Fanning's in it as the wide-eyed hot blonde. Where is she? I think that's her, right? So, yeah, it's from Sky. I don't know. It something's off about it. Feels like the focus is all wrong. Feels like it should be a murder mystery involving adults. When you put a child in it, like, I can't imagine the mother keeping her marbles together, right? The mother must be going nuts. But the mother in this seems a little sus. And then everybody's a suspect, so I don't know. It just seems like the wrong focus. It feels like a murder mystery, but done with a kid. Not sure if the kid is dead. There's a moment in which they find a body, but I think that's one of the suspects. I think it would be too dark if it turns out the kid is dead. So I don't think he dies. But what really throws it off is the music. The music seems, it's not that it's too uplifting. It just seems it's like too fast and too in your face for the series. I can't play it for you, obviously, but listen to it for yourselves. So yeah, it really sort of, what little vibe I had with this movie kind of got thrown off with the music. Then there's a Self-Help. This is a horror movie. So as a kid, one of the main characters finds his mom having an affair with a haunted house clown, and she picks up a drill and accidentally kills him, or stabs him at least, from the director of Founders Day. And then it's years later, and her and I think her mother go to a self-help camp, which turns into some sort of weird cult. And the mother loves it, but the daughter hates it. And here's an old man who hurts himself in order to love the cult, and then she gets just sucked into the cult. So really, it's about a cult. And again, the music in the second half just kind of throws you off. It looks like a slasher movie, but then turns into like a movie about trying to escape a cult. The mother's into it, and then somehow the clown comes back. I suspect that the clown was actually the guy who runs the cult, and they didn't know. So, I don't know. Directed by Eric Bloomquist. Written and edited by Eric Bloomquist and Carson Bloomquist. So the Bloomquist brothers. Um, yeah, I don't know. It took a weird twist. It's a little different. So it's kind of a slasher, but then it's got the cult angle. And then it throws Halloween in too, because there's Halloween masks. So, I don't know. In some respects, and it drops Halloween, it has enough elements to keep you guessing. So, I might watch this. I wouldn't totally dismiss it. They bill it as a thriller. Feels more like they shot it like a slasher. Here's the write-up. A young woman infiltrates a dangerous self-actualization community after her mother becomes entangled with its enigmatic leader. Yeah, and then the clown stuff seems like secondary. It's weird. It's weird to put that up front in the trailer. You should have just stuck with the cult stuff. I think the cult stuff's enough. You throw in a murderous clown and it's like, which movie am I watching here? I almost want to see it to see how much if they try to really merge both, or if like one is unimportant, gets abandoned halfway through. Yeah, it's weird. Maybe. I give it a very light maybe. And finally, I Love LA. I think this is a series about a woman who's trying to make it in LA, but her friend shows up, or sister maybe. They kind of look similar. And she has a boyfriend that she's living with. And she is kind of a maniac, but then she gets sucked into her crazy stuff. From Rachel Sennott, the co-writer and star of Bottoms. Which, yeah, that didn't look great. So, there she is, flashing Scientology. And one of the guys, I think, is from Five Nights at Freddy's, and I think he's also from College Humor, if I'm remembering correctly. It's supposed to be a comedy, but I tell you, it has one of the most annoying soundtracks ever. Elijah Wood makes a cameo for some reason. November 2nd, I bet money this was a TV show. Yes. Yes, 8 episodes. So, November 2nd. I don't know. Hollywood does a lot of navel gazing. Movies about LA I would put into that too. So it's just a weird group of friends in LA. Jumbo's Clown Room on his hat. On the upshot, it probably will be more authentic because it's probably shot. I assume it's shot in LA. Everybody is an LA person in the show. They all know LA very well. So they'll be doing stuff that they're very familiar with, and they could drill down in that detail. On the other hand, LA is so self-absorbed, number one. Number two, it's all about the industry. And number three, they also don't want to look down upon LA, even though LA is a bit of a hellscape these days. So, yeah, I don't know if I could watch this. I kind of almost want to watch it for some of it. I don't know. Maybe I'd watch an episode, just check it out if it was on. I doubt it, though. All right. And again, the soundtrack was really, really annoying. So the soundtrack on all three of these was just off somehow. You could listen to it yourself if you want to see it. But how would I rank these? What would I put on the bottom? Oh, man. Oh, man. I think I have to put All Her Fault on the bottom. The soundtrack's really off. That's the worst one. And I don't like the tone of it. It seems to forget the kid, which is odd. Number two, I guess would be just in order. Number two would be Self-Help. I'm not a huge slasher film guy. It does have a little bit of interest. It's just a little different because the cult angle kind of makes it different, but I think it would fall into the same pattern of that kind of stuff. And then I Love LA simply because I don't know. I like the look of the cast. Maybe it would be funny. I tend to lean more towards comedies. I lived in LA briefly. I kind of almost want to check in to see what the city's like, even though I know this won't be a great representation. But yeah, I honestly I probably wouldn't watch any of these. This is Rachel Senat's original series. Yeah, let me read the write-up on it. A tight-knit friend group gathers after years apart, navigating the complexity of ambition, relationships, and how time has changed them. All right, I'm going to change it. I put this as number 2. Yeah. Now, I'm going to put that as number 2. I'm going to put self-help number 1. But it's a close call. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site for more videos. Check out the Web Comic Factory and superfrat.com if you're so inclined to read web comics, and check out the Pineys. And check me out Saturday, tomorrow, at Halloween Hullabaloo at the Lakewood Historical Society building. That's going to be fun, 10 to 4. And then on Sunday from 3 to 7 at 13th Child Brewery, right there in Williamstown. Hope to see you there. See you.